plan for any of it. Hello, Kitty. It was probably loud because it was very quiet at the moment. I didn't change any of the sound settings. How are you? Are you ready to do this? Are you ready to play some? This scene looks like shit. I know I had a vision for this scene, but I can't possibly think of what it is right now. Do a big thing? Oh, god damn it. Let's go upstairs. Yeah, that did not work out. We were going to play Echo the Dolphin tonight. I played through the opening sequence a couple times. No, I need you off monitor capture. There we go. I played through the first scene, like the first bit of the game, like several times. And the last time I went through it, I'm like, you know what? I'm not having any fun playing this video game. And I don't know if it was intended to be fun. I don't know, and this might be a bold statement here. I might be making bold, wild claims. Why can't I get up? I need to get up to the top. We're going to start with the top. There we go. We're going to start with the very top of the fountain and work our way down. We've only got 10% left, but knowing how we do things, knowing how this game works, it's probably going to take like an hour to get this last 10%. We'll see. Whatever time we don't spend here, we'll go to the Bluey tier list. How are you? How are you, Kitty? How are you feeling, Oid? Are you ready to get this going? I don't really have a plan for tomorrow yet. Doing a random sound effect. Watch your ears.
I'm gonna get really into Halloween, like really into it.
Gross.
Okay. I think all of my sound is all over the place, but that one, that seems to be okay. I'm fine, and so are you. I'm fine. I'm all right. I'm doing okay. I'm doing all right. I'm looking forward to getting through the Bluey tier list. I hate leaving things undone. It's very important to get things finished up. That said, I don't have a plan for tomorrow yet, which I think is what I was about to say a few minutes ago before I lost my train of thought. I'm not going to play Echo because that game does not look fun at all. Or I take that back. The game looks fun. The game looks fun as balls. I like being a dolphin. It looks like a game I would enjoy playing, but I don't know, maybe it's because I don't have a Genesis controller. Maybe the Genesis controller makes it makes the game just control like a gosh darn dream, but the controller I have sucks, for at least for this game. The controller is actually pretty good. It makes my fingies hurt a little sometimes, but for the most part, it's pretty good. You're swell. I'm glad to hear it, Kitty. I'm glad to hear that you are feeling all right. You are a treasure and a dream. And are you ready to figure out the last 10?
And on top of everything else, Binky's Call!
That one might be a little loud. I saw the volume peak on that one. Sounds fine on your end? It's hard to tell because as long as it does not break you guys' ears, that's what's important to me. I'm okay with it being a little louder for me. I want to say that there is a limiter of how loud it can possibly get. Anyways, the point I was getting to was not going to play Echo, going to finish this tonight, going to finish the Bluey tier list tonight. So what is on the roster for tomorrow? I don't necessarily want to move Pinball Night. That Pinball is scheduled for Saturday, and we're going to finish, and we're going to do some pinball related things. So what to do on Friday? or excuse me, on Thursday evening? And the answer is not more more power wash. I only have so many maps left on power wash. I've got to be somewhat frugal with them at this point. I'm more than half done. Do I have a wizard hat for Pinball Wizard? I do have a wizard hat. I've worn the wizard hat. I mean, that's what it's intended to be. I don't know if it comes off as a wizard hat or not. Hold on. I'll show you the wizard hat. Do, 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 do. Where's this? Get you off. There we go. See? Wizard hat. Oh, Mark. We could save that. We could save that for Pinball Wizard Night. But yeah, that's a good idea. Let's get the chef hat back on. There we go. Mark, good kitty. Mark's like, how old did we figure out Mark was? You wanna be sad? We got Mark in 2013. He was born around the beginning of April in 2013. So that would make him 12. He's a big old boy. And it's very sad to watch pets get older. But on the other hand, it's happy to see them be happy, you know? Like, to see them content and to know that maybe you've given them as good a life as you can. Sometimes that's the best you can get. Wizard hat needs more of a brim and to be purple. More of a brim. Oh, you mean like goes out further over my eyes? Better? Better what, kitty? The sound or the hat? Also, these rocks are taking forever. These rocks are way dirtier than you'd think. We're gonna wear the chef's hat tonight because the chef's hat's a great hat. I just made this hat. I'm trying to remember to make more actual new things because it's super easy to add stuff as opposed to it was before, like with the other program. I'm not in Twitch viewer. No, I am. Fair enough. Bit below the black stripe brim. Hold on. Let's see. I'm not gonna take off the hat. I'm just gonna put it on top. What? Get you out, you. Where is Discord? There you are. Damn it! Everything's broken. You, OBS. There. I don't know if I'm talented enough of an artist to do this. Because I'm not a talented artist. One of these days, I ought to just throw, like, I don't know how much. I don't even want to throw out a number because I don't want to insult somebody's artistic sensibilities. So one of these days, when I have disposable income, I need to like find an artist or something to make like consistencies or something. Like, as much as I love my janky system I have going on here, I don't know. Maybe consistency would be nice. Gotta say, I am super thrilled that me getting banned for the inadvertent Native American art. Really, really cool that I have to wait for them to manually approve my emotes. It makes me actually really happy that I can't do it in 5 seconds. It actually takes like 5 days now. I've got like 3 stupid emotes in the waiting in the wings. waiting in the wings, and I can't do shit until Twitch staff takes a look at them. Because I'm a burb. You can see right there, I'm making a new no. I'm making a new no emote, and you can see that it's broken in the chat now. Because I'm a burb. You feel like getting banned for Native American art should be a lawsuit? If they had made any form of stink about unbanning me, possibly. But the fact that it's like, I don't know. That's probably a huge gray area where they could just say, well, it's our discretion to ban you regardless. I don't know. If they'd made any form of ass about it, I might have had a case, but they were very quick about it, and other than not being able to have my emotes automatically approved, which I'm a little salty about, I should just like send them an email, say, hey, little misunderstanding. Sorry, I was talking about nuts. Just the fact that the AI sees Native Americans and censors it. I mean, I feel like I feel like bringing up that it's Native Americans specifically might be a bit of a stretch. Because honestly, it heard me say boobs, and it saw boobs on the screen, or I don't know, some algorithm saw boobs on the screen, and I can't really blame it. I guess, I don't know. I'm not mad that because I can't blame it. I had titties on the screen. What am I gonna do? Yes, it was art. Should I have been banned for it? No, but they were titties. I say boobs constantly. Yeah, but it was like maybe it was a bit of both. Maybe the algorithm's like, hey, he said boobs again. Can you check and see there aren't like boobies on the screen? And then some Python script returns back like boobs, yes. And it was like, oh shit, we should probably get this turkey out of here. Anyways, like I said, we've got like 5% of this map left. So we're going to get this one finished, and then we will finish up the 10 episodes of Bluey we have left. And I'm trying to decide, like I said, what are we doing on tomorrow night? Did I ever come up with a culmination of what I should do? I decided not to do pinball. That's where we got distracted. Because I am a turkey. Part of me wonders how long I'm going to stay a turkey. Now that I have the new program, I could very easily keep the shirts and change everything else. Like change the entire beast. That said, how far am I able to go before I'm straight up just a furry streamer? Turkeys are just funny. Turkeys are funny and completely non-sexual. Trust me, there ain't nothing I know we've talked about this before. I feel like we must have talked about this before, but turkeys ain't sexual. It's like, I'm willing to king shame here. There is nothing sexy about a turkey. Just absolute ass birds. Are they great birds? Yeah. Yeah, sure. Like they're fun birds. They make fun noises. Go, blah, 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 blah. I actually don't have a turkey sound effect. I should probably fix that. When do you turn yourself into Buff Fabio Horse from Zootopia 2? Would it surprise you to learn that I have not yet watched the Zootopia trailer for Zootopia 2? I'm kind of dreading it, to be 100% honest. Yum turkey ass. That was a partridge. Actually, no, I remember that scene where Peter was smooching on the turkey. It's like, wow, I misread that. My huge issue with sequels has always been some movies don't need sequels. I was wrong about Inside Out 2. I'm pretty frequently wrong about that, to be 100% honest. Let's see what I'm not wrong about. Things like Aladdin. Aladdin 2 didn't need to happen. And Aladdin 3 certainly didn't need to happen. What else? What else is in my sequels list? Like the Cinderella movies did not need to have sequels to them. Most movies don't need sequels. I would agree with that. I would agree that the vast majority of movies do not need sequels. What do we think the percentage is? Like 10%? Not, that's too much. Even 10% of movies do not need sequels, I think. How far am I from Santa Fe? How far is Central Florida from Santa Fe, New Mexico? About 1,100 miles by road. Take that with a grain of salt. It doesn't know what the hell it's talking about half the time. Which Gen 1 Pokemon do you think would be the best at cooking? Willow asked earlier. Mr. Mime, probably. He's a bipedal humanoid creature, I imagine. Charmander literally has cooking experience. Are you talking about the GIF where he makes pancakes? That's not canon. I'm pretty sure that the GIF where he makes pancakes is not actual canon. Isn't he getting it on with your mom? Pretty fucking rude there, kitty. Isn't he getting it on with your mom? He made stuff in the show. Did he? I have no memory of that. I don't remember him making stuff in the show. Mr. Mime. Also, I don't think that's actually canon either. I don't think Mr. Mime passes Harkness. And I don't think that's a line they were willing to cross. I don't care if he's humanoid. Could be wrong. Like, there was no actual, like, human Pokemon relations in the show, I'm assuming. What do you mean? Mr. Mime is just a guy? Does he have a sense of self? Does he have knowledge of his own existence? Can he reason? Is Mr. Man a conscious reasoning being? And don't get me wrong, I did the whole Pokemon Boink tier list. I don't remember where my opinion is on Mr. Mime. I'm pretty sure he was a no-go. Most Pokemon do. I don't think the version that we saw in the anime did not seem self-aware. It's a man of few words. Got those dexterous fingers. I need a drink. Willow Eye Bleach. No? Really? Willow Eye Bleach. I guess not. I guess that's what I'm looking at. I guess that's what I'm going to be looking at for the remainder of the evening. Most Pokemon fall into the category you're describing. I think the issue there is that a lot do not. And I don't know that if the Pokemon executives were willing to say any sort of, well, kids, these Pokemon, it's actually okay that they have relationships, but these Pokemon, no. You know what's better than yours? It is better than mine. I just don't know how to draw it. The only ones that don't are like dumb animals like Arbok. Arbok can talk! Arbok had communication, didn't he? Or at least he did on Pokemon Island. The man, yes. The child, no. I moved the Mystery Science Theater 3000 channels to the Halloween channels. Didn't Arbok, like, when they went to the island of misfit Pokemon, and they were like, this is our chance to not be subject to humans anymore, and Arbok was like, I like serving him, if you know what I mean. Just being dismissive isn't enough. A cat can be dismissive. I don't have any issue, as if the Pokemon have a sense of self and they pass the Harkness, then I'm perfectly fine with whatever. I just don't know if Cartoon Network in the 1990s, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. I'm talking about there was an episode of the anime. Also, was Mystery Dungeon really bad? I kind of got the vibe that it looked like a not fun video game. Am I misreading that? It didn't look like a Pokemon game, that's for sure. It looked like a... I don't want to use shovelware, because it's probably not shovelware. People love Mystery Dungeon. Mystery Dungeon was okay. It's like a whole different mechanic of Pokemon, isn't it? Here's the question. What if you took the Pokemon away entirely and had a whole different genre? Would it still be a good game, or is it okay because of the Pokemon connection? I'm assuming I should not add it to the list. I don't think I would... I don't know if I would enjoy it based on what I have seen. I think the only Pokemon game I could see myself enjoying at this point might be like Pokemon Snap. Something that's so aggressively not Pokemon. I was able to get my Switch working. My Animal Crossing island is still there. Where's the... I need that. I need you. Get over here. I need you. Thank you. If you took the Pokemon connection entirely, it would still be fine. Do you still collect Pokemon? I think I've always enjoyed the idea of like collecting people to your team, no matter what the context. Do you remember there was an NES game, it might have been one of the Dragon Quest games or Dragon Warrior, whatever they were calling it, in America versus Japan. But I thought it introduced that mechanic to me of like being able to add people to your party and collect different people. And then they changed it in, I think Pokemon really did it best. But other games have been doing it as well. Like you know, Age of Empires with the stupid priests that you know, you're the enemy team, and they like collect those. Like, I've always loved that mechanic. Collecting people to your team was the only good thing about Mass Effect 2. Wasn't there like 6 people in Mass Effect 2 though? Am I not? Am I thinking of a different game? Is Mass Effect not that what ME stands for? You still kind of have a team of Pokemon. So you play as the Pokemon. Do you go and like collect them to your team? Like you go into a cave and there's a Zubat in there and you're like, hot shit, I like Zubats, and you go and collect it as a Pokemon? That seems like it'd be weird. Mass Effect 2 had like 12. Yeah, but don't a lot of them die? Don't you go through the mission and like a whole bunch of them, like you can get them killed? You know a game I would like to play at some point, but I think it would make a terrible stream? Would be Star Ocean 2. When it goes on sale, I might want to get it, but I don't know if it would work well as a stream. First of all, it's long as hell. If it's voice acted, it might work. None of yours died, but they can die if you make mistakes. I don't remember what happened when I played. I know Rex died, didn't he? I feel like Rex died when I played. But it has literally been probably a decade since I played Mass Effect 2, so who knows? And one? Oh, then I don't remember then. Was it? Maybe it was Grunt. It may have been Grunt. I remember a few people died that people were upset about. And I was like, okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry they died. War is hell. And it never changes. I don't know what to tell you. I get them carried off by bees. I don't remember that. That does sound fun, though. I think I killed Tally. Did I? Possibly? Maybe? I wonder if that VOD has like this stupid AI overview that will look at the transcript and I can ask it questions. Probably not, realistically speaking. How am I still at 91%? What is still left on this map? One of the big swirly things was dirty. Feels like there's dirt everywhere. Like, I keep finding it as I'm walking by, so I haven't really gone nitty-gritty yet. Because I know I'll have to... I keep finding more stuff on my own before I go into the hardcore look. Part of me wants to play that mod of Dark Forces, but I don't think it's ready yet. I don't know if I have time by tomorrow. I know there's some stuff out here that's dirty too. Yeah, you're dirty. Oh god, this guy's real dirty. You're just a little filthy boy, aren't you? I have always dreaded this map. Whenever I used to watch like Let's Players or streamers or something, whenever I saw them start up this game, this was always the map they were playing, and I have always dreaded it because I've always dreaded the one that people the map that seems to represent the game most in my mind. Did I ever play Pokemon Diamond? I did not. Which one was that? I think my list of the Pokemon games I did play would be incredibly short. Like, what is it? Pokemon Blue, Pokemon Red, Pokemon Snap, Pokemon Stadium, Let's Go Pikachu, or no, I played Let's Go Eevee a little bit. I played Leaf Green. I played Pixelmon, that Pokemon mod where you could collect Pokemon in Minecraft. Maybe I should do a diamond version Nuzlocke. I'm not... I don't know. I've gotten into the habit lately of just sort of envisioning what that stream would be like. How about we do a little role-playing session? Stop calling it a Nuzlocke? Why? Isn't that what it's called? Black. Pokemon Black. Pokemon... Not back. Black... Long play. It's like 10 hours. Or is that like 100 hours? I'm like... I don't know, man. Like 10 years ago? Can I see the battling system, please? Stream is you're playing Pokemon, but you aren't trying to find specific ones and just trying to get to the end of the game. I can see that part of it. I'm definitely getting to the point in my life where doing the whole thing of stuff is becoming less palatable. Like the idea of, for example, like how I've been playing Donkey Kong Country and stuff, and doing mulligan modes and things. I've started to be like, you know, why don't we just do the stuff that we enjoy? Who am I trying to impress? I'm not going to impress anybody. I might as well just try and have fun while I'm doing it. Long plays for Pokemon are stupid because they're almost 100%. They're almost 100% of the game, which is what you don't want to do for Pokemon. Can I show you this here? Are we looking at this? How many hours is this? Does that say... Does that say... Okay. So it's like 26 hours? Is that how that works? 28 hours? I have a suggestion. Ask Kitty if she wants to, if she would like this. If we can get Kitty on board watching a Pokemon, that would definitely increase the chances because Kitty is my barometer. If I can't keep my wife interested, I don't know, man. And I know that's very limiting, but here we fucking are. And what she's going to say is not to plan things around her, but You think Pokemon Black is about 20 hours? Even as a Nuzlocke? You don't think the long plays are catching every Pokemon or they're going to every... I think that that's stupid. But some people are into that, so to each their own. Now, don't get me wrong. Otherwise you'll play... Yeah, Kitty has gotten into Animal Crossing on and off again. So she's happy to hang out and relax, and she will answer questions, you know. I'm talking for her. I'm assuming she'll answer questions thrown her way, but she says she'll watch pretty much anything. Whether that's true or not, she is a blessed angel of kindness, but there's definitely some things she does not enjoy watching. Oh, I was going to say, now don't get me wrong. I have schedules for days. I have the streams planned out for the next few months of games to play. So don't misinterpret me as saying I'm looking for something to play, because I have the opposite problem. I've got too much stuff that I want to do and not enough time to do it. And it's not even a matter of just adding more time, because I can't add more time. Even if I did want to cut my time with Kitty more than I already do, which I don't, I'm exhausted if I do more stuff. I think in Nuzlocke, as long as you aren't losing Pokemon regularly, is probably one of the fastest way to play the game. Wouldn't that also be a problem if you don't know how to play the game? Like, if you don't know what the Pokemon are actually, you know, what they actually do? Doesn't that become an issue? God, okay. Let's do the lower floor pool, which is down here, alright? I'm guessing it's every single one of these. Not changed? Yeah, but if you end up picking up a little rat and he ends up somehow being steel type, that could end up, you know, messing with you. You would never know, because you're just looking at a rat and you don't know that sort of thing because you've never used this particular Pokemon. And you've never played that Pokemon. You never played any Pokemon, maybe. It's almost, you're just taking a stab at things. The added game mechanics are not taken advantage of by NPCs. What's my next actual game? I know we're playing Portal next week. I'm trying to think game-wise. What's the next actual big game that's being played? That goes into July, and I'd have to look at the schedule. I know we're doing Flag Night soon. Are you guys excited to learn about flags? And by flags, I mean not American flags, world flags. We're gonna learn all about what the different flags mean. It's gonna be exciting. And then, and hold on to your goddamn socks here, because I'm about to blow them off. We're going to rank them. It's going to be killer. There's only one flag that doesn't have red, white, or blue in it. Is it Naru? Oh wait, no. I was gonna think of a Nauru, but that one's all red. What is the flag that doesn't have red, white, or blue? Most flags have blue because most want to incorporate water in some sort, in some form. Is that true? Like there's multiple green flags. Well, yeah, but like at all, maybe? Like no red at all? I don't know. I'm very, I have not yet done Flag Night, so I couldn't say. Still a lot of flag trivia I'm not sure about. All I know is that the majority of flags have red in it to incorporate blood, blue in it to incorporate water, brown in it to incorporate the land, white usually incorporates the purity of the people, that sort of thing. I was going to have GPT do it, but it straight up lies about 95% of them. So we'll figure out how to get the actual information. I've got methods. What's the first dog name I've ever heard? Oh, my favorite dog name. I think I already did that. Already answered that question. My favorite current dog name. What's another dog name I can think of that's really good? I think Chester is a good dog name. Phoebe? I forget Jamaica flag. Doo-doo-doo. Yeah, usually there's like a green to talk about the land or the mountains. I think there's a lot of interesting symbolism behind a lot of flags because there usually has to be. They usually go through all sorts of committees to because they have to justify, like, okay, why do you want to change the flag? It seems like a lot of work and a lot of expense. And they're like, well, look at all this cool symbolism we can put in there, and it's gonna be great for patriotic pride, that sort of thing. And they're like, you know what? Yeah, I like the way you make red represent blood. I like where your head's at, kid. Let's do this. Let's change the flag. Phoebe and Chauncey were a pair of gay Goldens next door when you were a kid, and they always said Phoebe first. I think my favorite dog name... Brad, do you remember Bilbo? You remember Bilbo the dog that was next door? At, I know it's probably an extremely common dog name, but there was a... there was a person next door to us who had a husky. Who had a husky, and as much as I love huskies, whenever I think about owning a husky, I think about Bilbo, because Bilbo was the kind of dog where you could meet them, or you could go over and say hi, and you could say Bilbo, and Bilbo would go ow. I can't stand the idea of having an animal that would constantly make as much noise as possible. It's one thing for an animal to make noise. It happens. You know, they have their own idea of what's fun, and sometimes loud is fun to the critters. What you know, who am I to judge what they find entertaining? But there's something specially fucked about huskies in that they require noise. They would go insane if they did not have constant noise being pumped into their life at every possible instance. Chauncey is a good name for a dog. What's a bad name for a dog? Like, I think it's easy to think of a really good dog name. It's hard to think of a terrible dog name. How about Montgomery? I think Montgomery is probably a bad dog name. Cat is a terrible dog name. Cat's a great dog name. What are you saying? This is my dog, Cat. That would get so annoying. How annoying would it be to have to introduce, like, to be friends with that person? Like, yeah, that's real cute. What do we got here? What's still missing? We're almost done with the lower pool floors. We might as well grab those. What are some other really, really bad dog names? All I can think of is bangers, like Andy Rooney, the dog. Holy shit, what a great dog name. What a great dog name. Silver is a good dog name. Monkey is a good dog name because I was just looking at Legends of the Hidden Temple. Oh, Christ. So I added the Neverending Story 3 to the channel blocks. You're welcome. We switch up the music. You think it's making you tear up? This is a guitar remix. What else do I have? I got Ghibli. Hold on, I got something else. What is this? Nope, that's more Chrono. I got Epcot Beats to study to. No Epcot Beats to study to. How about Ghibli? My dog, Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby, the dog. You like Taxi for a dog name? Taxi? That's a great dog name. It's so... dog names... like Gnome the dog? Great dog name. Clyde? Good name for a dog. It's like... Well, now you got Bill Cosby. It's like Jared? Not really a good name for a dog. Well, actually, now I would feel bad if somebody had a dog named Jared. Fire the dog. Yeah, I'm not, Fire the dog is a pretty funny name, but not a good name. Literally an illegal name to yell. Can you yell your dog name in a movie theater? And that's the really important questions we're asking. My dog's name is Munchkin, so yes, I can yell Munchkin's name. Mackenzie? Mackenzie's a good name for a dog. Porkins. Porkins the dog. Nope, good dog name. Crystal. Does anybody name their dog Crystal? I feel like Crystal does not seem like a great dog name. Like, I'm not here to judge, but I'm not sure Crystal would be a great dog name. Mackenzie is Bluey's crush. I'm not... You know, that's going to be some citation needed. I think they both have unresolved feelings for each other. I think at some point they're going to have to come to terms with each other. But at this point, they are both just sort of teeter-tottering around each other's feelings. They're babies. They're preschoolers, not preschool. They're like 7 years old. They don't understand anything. We need to bone that French dog. The French dog comes back when they're 16. Also, I don't want to talk about it yet because it's spoilers for season 3. But there's some very funny fact about the very last episode of the show. Raised pool floor. Let's grab this one. Honestly, the more I think about Jean-Luc, the more annoyed I am. The fact that Jean-Luc clearly understood everything Bluey said and still didn't even attempt to help her understand. Like, they go through a whole song and dance of this is how we use berries to draw on rocks in order for each other to understand. And he couldn't say, hey, we're never going to see each other again. That might be a bummer. So I don't know. I'm still a little salty with John Luke, but he was young. He doesn't, he just turned 21. Raised pool cascade. Let's see if we can grab this while we're here. One of my favorite things is when people get on like the Bluey subreddit and they're talking about who they think Bluey ends up with at the end, like when she grows up. And it's like, realistically, probably not somebody she goes to a daycare with. Probably not. I don't know anybody I went to daycare with. I don't think most people know who they went to daycare with. You know what I mean? He's French. He's French-Canadian. I don't know if that makes a difference, but... I know they like maple syrup because they had some on the table. Doesn't end up with anybody because she's still 7. Well, they're talking about like who, when she grows up, do you think she would like? The question that drives me up the wall, it gets asked a lot, and they're like, what kind of show do you think it would be like if Bluey and all her friends grew up like a Rugrats all grown up situation? And it's like, I'll tell you how it would be. Our kids know who they went to daycare with. So you know like how Texas threatens to secede every once in a while 24/7 with Quebec? Our kids do know who they went to daycare with. So that sort of does fuck up my my theory. As popular as Rugrats All Grown Up, it sucks. From what I've seen, which is extremely little, it kind of just looks a lot like... It feels a lot like Rugrats with a different art style. The characters are exactly the same. They just don't wear diapers anymore. And it sort of has the exact same problem that I was talking about with Bluey. It's like, what do you think they would be like if they grew up? And first of all, you're jumping the shark. The whole series jumps the shark. Frankly, I don't even think I want them to do a season 4. I could be wrong. And I assume they're going to, so I hope I'm wrong. But I don't even think I want them to do a season 4. The main show producer is leaving, and part of me is a little worried that it's just going to end up being a cash grab. More so than it already kind of is. What else do we have? Anything? Still missing a pool floor. Which one? Which one is flashing? I think the show so far is barely short, hardly short of a masterpiece. That's going to be 5 and 6. It's going to be tier list forever. In my defense, I spread them out. No, there's only 3. There's only one more season after this. I could have done them all at once, damn it. And I thought, that might be a lot. And I don't think I really am passionate enough about pretty much any other series to do a similar sort of tier list. Now the thing is that at the end of the day, I could probably end up doing the tier list in about 15 minutes. But that's just not how I roll. That's just not how we do the business. Sometimes you need to think the whole episode out. It's important. And how can you do that if you don't take some time and really go down the nitty-gritty of what the episode was like? There's going to be a movie, and frankly, I don't think they need a movie either. Also, you can trust me that once we go through the last of the Bluey tier list, we'll probably hear a lot less about Bluey. To be fair. You probably still see it in the Roar TV, but we will talk about it most likely a lot less. It's so hard to find stuff that you really like in life, so sometimes you got to embrace it. And if you ever end up watching kids, having kids, being responsible for children at any point, just throw on some Bluey. You want to know a fun game I like to play when I take walks? Every now and then, when I take walks at a place I'm at a lot, I end up walking past TVs that will be playing Bluey, and I like to look at the TV and see if I can see which episode it is, and I'm usually pretty much correct. Upper edge, base, and edge. There we go. Last time I think there was at least one episode where I forgot about that. I think that makes me like the episode more. You're right. You're right. To be fair, season 2 is the season I know the least about. That said, there's some really good episodes coming up at the in this upcoming season. Part of me almost wants to just say, oh, this is the swirly thing Gorp was talking about forever ago. There we go. Part of me just wants to say, I just want to get this last 1% later because I kind of want to go into the tier list. How much do I have left? How many individual things? Just a bunch of stupid little shit. This is going to take like a half hour. It's going to take like a half hour. Is this a dual night? This is a dual night. Yeah, I was going to finish up the tier list, and I think this is going to take like a damn half hour. I think maybe what we'll do is we'll cut that there, and we will finish up the tier list. Let me switch this out. There we go, and I'm going to